Do you know, Easwar, the amount of money, it's $1 billion industry behind MSG.
What? MSG?
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the Food Revolution. I'm Navin Karu and this is my good buddy Easwar Sivabalan. And today's show that we're going to talk about is Don't Be a Zombie. And what that means is we're going to share our stories on controversial topics such as
MSG.
Monosodium Glutamate. And I want to kickstart off by telling, remember in college, we were in college together.
Yeah.
Remember we used to go to the side shop and all those coffee shops and cafes.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. Tell me about that.
And we used to be whacking the hell out of all the dishes.
Right.
Probably remember for breakfast at 11
Yeah.
o'clock, we would have breakfast at home.
Yeah.
We would come to college.
Oh my. Yeah.
And then what did you used to eat at 11 o'clock?
Nasi lemak. Nasi lemak with the chicken curry also.
Nasi lemak, for those of you who don't know, is coconut rice with sambal and fried chicken and kacang and peanuts with anchovies.
Anchovies, yeah.
And I used to eat roti canai, which is basically like a prata. It's like a soft prata.
Yeah.
And then for lunch, and 2 hours later, we would actually have lunch.
Mind you, only 2 hours later. Okay.
And we would have chicken rice, and we did not realize at the time but everything tasted like super good. Do you remember?
That super cow flavor. Cow flavor.
And little did we realize that flavor that we were eating was actually a contributing factor was MSG.
Yep, that's right.
And when we used to eat that, I mean, were you able to know that it was MSG?
Oh my god. All I knew is, my god, what awesome flavor is this? But that's it. Yeah.
I mean,
we didn't know.
And we were just overeating and overindulging, and I think you, compared to what you were now, you lost a lot of weight from that time. He was a much bigger man at that point of time, and I think it was all the indulgence of eating cheap, tasty, convenient food.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this cheap, tasty, convenient food. It's like how many times would you be in all the fast food restaurants?
Oh man, I can't even count. So my understanding of this MSG is basically, in layman's terms,
We're all laymen here.
Product that is manufactured to just make anything taste damn bloody good. Is that kind of like what you're going? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I mean, I don't like the word make anything taste good. It artificially enhances food flavoring and gives you flavoring that has not been there.
Okay.
So
what does that mean exactly? Like, I mean,
all right. Good question. So like, let's say you eat, for example, an egg fried rice. Everybody goes and eat egg fried rice, right?
Yeah.
So an MSG egg fried rice, you basically taste an overall savoriness. That means, remember we used to go eat the Thai fried rice?
Super Thai fried rice.
Yeah, the Thai fried rice. And remember, like 3 o'clock in the morning, we
Oh
would
my god, that was mad. Yeah,
and we would just
stop eating.
pop, we just eat, right? And it's just like,
Also, we have had something like just before that,
it
right?
just shocks the brains. Just, that kind of feeling, right?
That was crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that feeling where it just shocks your brains and there's an overall savoriness, like eating beef,
Okay.
Yeah, that is manufactured MSG.
Oh, okay. So
So-
you're telling me like this. So basically, it's the cannot stop eating,
Yeah?
and this. I'm not really tasting individual flavors, but just an overall flavor together.
Exactly.
That is what
So in
MSG.
Yeah.
So maybe for everybody out there, that's what they need to know, right?
So like if you were to taste a fried rice, an egg fried rice where there's no MSG, you taste the egg, you taste the chives, you taste the shallots, you taste the fish sauce, you taste all the different ingredients,
All those
and the soy
separate
sauce,
things,
everything separately coming together.
So it's like a layer of flavoring,
Correct.
so to speak.
And that is a more advanced way of eating and a true nature of eating. Like look at remember you used to have all these like a lot of gastric and you used to be tapping Gaviscon and all sorts of things. Tell me, share with me like
Oh my god. Yeah.
what's changed from back then to now?
I think I think obviously, I mean, the eating has become way less.
Okay.
You know, I think partially like what you said, because like last time, although I was full, I used to love just eating, especially, you know, and this is at midnight, and you know, the types of food like we used to do, those egg fried rice, those fried noodles in the shop.
Yeah.
You know, what else? What else we used to
So
go
what
for?
has made
Indomie.
Yeah, it was crazy, right?
Yeah, that was mad.
No, what? Like, do you realize that when you stop taking
Yeah, I mean when I stopped, so coming back to the point, right? So when I stopped taking all this food, definitely I realized a reduction in you know, those GI problems, and you're not getting the heartburn so
It's crazy,
so
right?
frequently. I mean it's unbelievable. And the fact that I actually found out only very recently that it's actually due to all of this is just mind blowing.
Relating to your story, my dad, he used, when he was working, now he's retired, right? When he was working, he used to eat out a lot. And it would be a lot of outside food, very convenient meals like, you know, noodles and rice dishes. And he'd be going, entertaining a lot of people, taking them to different places. And I remember he had severe gastric issues.
Okay.
He would be having, and he would be popping antacids. He would even go have palpitations. And there was,
Wow.
yeah.
Palpitations.
And do you remember the time, I don't know, one of the nights we went to the hospital because he thought he was having a heart attack?
Oh yeah.
That was,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah,
are you
yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Palpitations, man.
Yeah.
That's no joke, man.
Yeah, and he went to the hospital, and at the end of the day, it was, it was something that the doctor could not explain, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, they could not explain what was going on because,
So that must be very frustrating for you,
Yeah,
not
must be,
knowing
yeah.
what happened. Right?
yeah. But then when we started to eliminate things from the diet,
Right.
when we started to do more home cook, when my mom said, okay, you know, I think you should eat more at home, pack more house food,
Yep.
we could see a severe difference, you know, and we thought it was maybe the alcohol, it was some sort of allergy or alcohol or something that he was consuming that caused this problem. And in fact, when the diet changed and my mom not using any MSG in the house, and all the restaurants that I have don't use any MSG, there was a difference in, he does not go to the hospital, the palpitations have stopped, the digestive problems have stopped.
Wow. That
Yeah.
is unbelievable, man. I guess that's why they say mothers know best, lah. You know.
What about you? I mean, is there any MSG usage in your house, or what about your family?
You know, just relating back to what you just said as well. You know, I mean, in my house, I think we still buy or we tapao a lot. It was not much of eating out, but now.
I realized, right? Every time, you know, and tapao means takeaway. So
Yeah,
takeaway. Monday to Sunday, he takes away from different shops, lah. No, and you're also the king of Grab delivery.
Glad you be paying me, right? No, but seriously though, I a lot of takeout. I think, especially on the weekends, lah. You know, weekdays we have a lot of home cooked food, but weekends, you know, it's a lot of these buying from different places. These fry-ups, you know, fried rice, fried noodles, or you know, these very instant and quick and easy food. And it's just it's because I think, you know, I've been doing it since small, so it's still that, you know, that there's like an attachment to it. But after hearing like all these things, it's I don't know. When I look at it, I really think twice before I want to eat it. You know,
It's the drugs that they're putting in food.
Yeah.
It's drugs.
Yeah.
And I don't blame the shopkeepers or the owners of restaurants who are doing this. It's because the education is not out there.
correct,
Exactly. And there's no responsibility over it.
correct,
But
exactly.
think of, if you want to impact human life, it's about what you consume on a daily basis.
Exactly.
And I think when we first had this chat, remember how troubled you were?
Oh my god, I was in disbelief, man.
He would go to the different places and he would be tasting food and say, Navin, does this has MSG? Does that has MSG? Oh, I remember, he was so concerned over it.
Exactly. I mean, like, I because you know, when you first start off, you're not able to actually realize, you know, is this MSG or not? Like, I mean, I guess over time, you know, you'll be able to learn, then you'll be able to like actually taste. Okay, wow, okay, this is just one whole flavor versus the layer of flavors. I think for me that was the biggest, or the kind of like the best way to kind of figure it out. But I guess it's something that you have to experience over time. You don't get it like that.
Yeah, you got to open the doors to understanding it. Do you know, Easwar, the amount of money? It's $1 billion industry behind MSG.
What? MSG?
Yeah.
That small little thing is
Yes.
$1 billion
It's a
industry.
multi-billion-dollar industry. Why?
Oh, seriously now?
Yeah. It really is, because not only it's available and it's manufactured in its pure form, and remember, in its pure form, you can't even make it at home. So you don't want to put something in your body that requires a chemical process.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
What happens is this MSG is put into different subsidiary products. So when you go to your supermarket, most of the tin food and bottled products contain MSG. And what's the best part? You know what's the kicker? It's labeled, they're so smart, as natural flavor. Can you imagine?
Wait. Slow it down one second.
Yep.
Are you telling me natural flavoring is not natural flavoring?
It is not.
So it's a lie.
It is a play on words. It's semantics. It's a play on words, because manufactured MSG is made from molasses, from fermenting of molasses, beets, tapioca, sugars, right? But it's an intense chemical process to get that.
So basically, what you're saying, the natural flavorings part, right? You're telling me in
so-
a tomato sauce bottle.
No, so that raw. So although it comes from a natural ingredient, the process is not natural. So therefore, they name it natural flavors. Can you imagine?
It's crazy.
It's nuts, right? And
So
how do you avoid it?
things as simple as like our tomato sauce, chili sauce might have these natural flavorings.
That's why on our next episode, I want to teach people how to read labels.
Okay.
It's such an important thing.
Yeah, I think that's a really important
Have
topic.
you seen chefs online now supporting MSG? YouTube chefs. So many, I think you know who the advocates are. Supporting, publicly promoting MSG.
Yeah.
And why would they do that? Because of the money behind it. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
So right now, what is happening basically is that, people are going out, they are buying these things from the supermarket, they are going out even to restaurants and having all these, food that not knowing probably it's containing, MSG. So, what is sort of like the best way maybe we can get or get more awareness out there and, get these people away from...
You said it.
Yeah.
The awareness factor is the most important.
Right.
If people are aware,
Okay.
they're then gonna be challenging their local restaurants. And please, a lot of people call it Chinese restaurant syndrome.
Okay.
It is not only in Chinese food, it's in Thai food, it's in Indian food, it's a lot in European food as well. Especially the bigger chains.
Okay.
The MSG is their savior product.
Wow.
Yeah, it
So
saves
even
them.
those restaurants where you go and pay like 40 ringgit, 50 ringgit, 60 ringgit a plate, you're probably gonna find this in there as well.
No, definitely. I mean, I'm shocked.
Oh.
Mid to high-end restaurants with the use of MSG. It's insane. But
That's shocking, man.
But MSG, the reason there's a lot of debate over it, because MSG, there's two types. There's manufactured and there is natural MSG.
Okay.
So, do you know what are the types of natural MSG? Any guesses?
Honestly,
Like, what do you think?
maybe salt, something that binds.
Okay, salt is a flavoring, yeah?
Yeah.
What else?
To the top of my head, anchovies?
Anchovies, exactly. Anchovies, anything briny anchovies are a great high amount of amino acids and it flavors stocks and soups. Yeah. Anchovies, tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, different types of meat. These are all natural forms of MSG.
So is it kind of like safe to kind of assume that foods with slightly higher natural salt content can be used as a natural sort of
Yes.
I mean,
so I have mushrooms. Mushrooms are beautiful forms of MSG.
Okay.
So I've got no problem. So when you say, in the headlines, MSG is bad, that's not true.
okay.
That's not true. Manufactured MSG is bad. Natural MSG is good. Use it as much as you want. Cook it every day. Put every form of MSG in the product. Easwar, do you know that MSG is inside, glutamates are inside your body?
What?
Yeah, glutamates are naturally occurring substance in your body.
So you mean you're not talking about the food that I put into my body, right? You're talking
No, I'm
about
talking your body
naturally
produces
in
it.
me.
Yeah. So,
Okay, you gotta explain a bit about this. This is already getting to mind-blowing territory.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, glutamates are inside your body, right?
Right.
So like how hydrochloric acid is in
Okay.
your body, it helps
Yeah.
you break down your food.
Gastric juices, right?
So
Yeah.
the manufacturers of MSG, they go on the line saying, oh, but glutamates are inside your body. So now let me say, okay, which is true. So now let me say, if I take hydrochloric acid and drink it, you know what will happen? My entire GI tract will be explode. I will be in hospital.
Melt, yeah.
So doesn't mean that a substance occurs within your body that it's okay for you to bring it into your body. So
Right.
So we
okay.
cannot twist the facts, and we need to challenge.
Okay.
And I welcome challenges. That's why I brought you on. If you have any questions, I want you to ask.
So what you're saying is a lot of the advertising seems to be around a play of words.
Yes.
Right? So people are getting duped and tricked basically because they are not aware of this.
Correct.
Right? So what do they need to look out for are these things that we mentioned earlier, right?
Absolutely.
Those natural flavors, and if you see a lot of chemical
Why should there be
names-
chemicals in food?
Exactly, right? It should be all natural. So basically, right, I think we need to also kind of make everybody aware that technically a lot of people are subconsciously, without knowing, of course, supporting this billion-dollar industry by not knowing these things. So I think it's very important that we also, definitely educate them. And I think with this video, it gives them a really good perspective on how, they will view things in the future, especially on this topic.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like today's agenda was just to open the door. We're just opening the door of this MSG chapter. And the final result, the goal that we want is the entire global community, those in charge of preparing food, the mothers and fathers at home who are preparing food for their children, to be aware of the manufactured chemicals that are going into our food. And we want to win each battle at a time.
Yeah.
That is our goal.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's very important for everyone to know that great food does not need chemicals.
Yeah.
Because those natural flavors alone are just so amazing.
Exactly.
And it's sad if you think about it that a lot of people have not actually experienced this, these natural, beautiful flavors that exist. And
Absolutely.
what they're experiencing is just this whole, this just this one big fake flavor.
Which is shocking your brain. It's not even tantalizing your taste buds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Navin, I think what we discussed today is really one of those, reality check moments. And I think it's so great and so important that we're actually talking about these topics and getting the information out there, to the public. Because I was once a great skeptic about all this, and
Tell me about it.
disbeliever,
Tell me about it.
about what we're talking about today. But I think with a lot of information, a lot of learning, a lot of teaching, from yourself, and going out eating, and actually experiencing food for what it actually is. I'm glad that I actually now have an understanding of how dangerous and potentially harmful this manufactured MSG is, and I must say I'm really glad that we're talking about this today.
And I'm really happy that you took the time to come with me on this journey and to have this conversation and to share with the viewers out there how important this topic
Definitely.
is and our journey together. We're really excited that you're part of the journey and part of the food revolution. We want you to be awakened and reach out to the rest of the world and do something about it. It's the onus is on us to do something about it. So see you on the next show and join the food revolution.
Bye.